So I got my fresh makeup on, flat iron hair, princess crown intact with the veil, ready to go. Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel. Yes, I'm gonna hold this empty pimp cup the whole entire time while filming. There's nothing in here either. Like, I'm thinking about filling it up with some wine, but you know what? I felt like I need to make sure I get this video done. Okay, putting this down. There we go. Okay, so let's get to some quick tips in terms of how not to lose your ish during your wedding planning adventures. First and foremost, congratulations on your engagement. It is such a wonderful time in your life, one of the most memorable times in your life that you will ever have outside of having a baby. But, you know, right now, you're basking in the ambiance of being engaged and you're about to go and get all those cute little bridal magazines. But first and foremost, you want to set a date. You got your date. Now you need to create a budget. And the budget is, who is paying for the wedding? Is it you and your fiance? Will it be you, your fiance, and both of your parents? Will it be just your parents paying for it? Because that's what's going to set the precedent in terms of what you can do for your wedding. Do not have ideas of grandeur and then you realize, hey, like I only have X, Y, and Z money and you're stressing out about having this wedding that is outside of your budget. Work with what you got. So now that you have your budget set, next thing you need to do is find a venue. What you need to do is you need to go out and start as soon as possible, especially if you have a date. If you are getting married in the months of May, June, September, or October, which are the 4 popular months, you might want to jump on it soon. Do not push it back saying, oh yeah, we could do it later or whenever. Do it as soon as possible and ask around, because wedding dates go by like, I mean, they go so fast. It's not even a joke. If you're trying to get your hustle on, you can go and find some hotels that are under construction or renovating, because if they are trying to sell their space in terms of having weddings and any other events, they're going to try to give you a deal because you cannot physically see what the space looks like. Also, when wedding planning, make sure you are organized. As people, we get stressed out when we know that we didn't plan ahead. My fiance and I use theknot.com and they have this checklist with a timeline as well, saying between 18 and 12 months you need to do this. You want to make sure that you're staying on top of your checklist, making sure that you are looking at different vendor options when you need to, because some things you can't do last minute. You can't go to a florist the month before and think that you're going to book them, because they probably might be booked already for the year. Photographers go pretty fast, so you want to make sure, one, that you're doing your research with photographers, going through their portfolios, seeing what type of work that they do before you book them. The photographer that I use, I happened to find in a local magazine, which was the Richmond Weddings magazine. And the funny thing was, his daughter actually did my friend's wedding, and his daughter is a videographer. So we have a whole family crew during our wedding, which is awesome, and they do amazing work. So I'm really excited to use them. Make sure that when you see your vendors and you get receipts, that you make copies of those receipts, because there's so much going on and you want to make sure that you are keeping track of the payments. Sometimes things happen and a vendor may say, I did not get a check for X, Y, and Z, and then you're like, yes you did. Boom, there it is. Another thing is making sure that you communicate to everyone. Sometimes, again, with stress, it's caused by things that we didn't pre-plan. So make sure that you're communicating with your bridal party in terms of what's going on the day of the wedding, when certain events are, when they need to be at the hotel, and make sure that if you need help with anything, that you're reaching out to your wedding party. Make sure you're reaching out to your bridesmaids. If your groom needs any help with anything, make sure that he's reaching out to the groomsmen, because everyone here is here to help you and make sure that you are happy during this time. So, you know, we kind of get wrapped up in our own little thing, but make sure that you are communicating. When it comes to wedding planning, to lower your stress level, know that everything is not going to go perfectly. You know what? things are gonna happen. You know, if anything can happen, it will, and there's no need to be stressing out about it. It's probably something that's not going to be too major, or if it is major, it's not the end of the world. Like, we can get through it. And I'm the type of person, I am a planner. I plan everything. I try to make sure I know what's going on instead of having things happen on a whim, but some things are uncontrollable and you have to understand that. The whole point of this thing is that your family and friends are all together and you and your new husband are officially one. Remember, this is one day. One day. The marriage is a lifetime. It's not about impressing people. Like, I don't get how people get stressed out about that. It's like, oh, we need to do bigger and better than so-and-so's wedding. Like, no, don't get all wrapped up in that. It's your day. It's your unique day. Your day is not going to be like someone else's wedding. It's kind of really funny. It's like a Keeping Up with the Joneses, but the bridal version. There's no need of trying to do that because everyone has their own budgets, everyone has their own type of style. So just do what you do. Don't even worry about how someone else did their wedding and how you're going to top it. Like, that's not what this whole deal is about. It's all about your marriage and about making sure that your day goes the way that you want it to go. Those are the tips that I have for how to not lose your ish during wedding planning, and I will see you next time. Bye.